Back at Love Clark, back with more World Watch news. Thanks to the Philadelphia Trumpet. Pro-Palestinian EU to brand Israeli goods. The European Parliament is closer to fulfilling its long-standing threat to label goods produced in the West Bank. On September 10th, Parliament officials passed a non-binding resolution on EU-wide guidelines on the labeling of Israeli settlement produce. The resolution passed with a sweeping majority. 525 voted for it, 70 voted against, and 31 abstained. European unemployment in the West Bank is 25%, and about 25,000 Palestinians there work for Israeli companies. An EU official referenced by Army Radio acknowledged the harm that the resolution would have on the Palestinians if implemented, but said it would be balanced by the harm inflicted on the Jews. Israel condemns the resolution and challenges its legality under the international trade law. The Israeli Foreign Ministry said the process of labeling is discriminatory and reeks of boycott. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said it harms peace rather than advancing it. The roots of the conflict are not territories, and the roots of the conflict are not the settlements, he said. We already have a historical memory as to what happened when Europe marked products of Jews. Okay? In August 2001, the Trumpet wrote this about Europe's rising influence in the Israeli peace process. What should be obvious to objective observers and what Trumpet readers must understand is that Europe is no casual third party trying to find the best solution for both sides of the conflict. And where America has been mostly talk, Europe is sure to be hands-on. You hear that, America? Wake up. Stop fighting. Put your weapons down. Come home. Let those people be. And where America has been mostly talk, Europe is. And where America's been mostly talk, Europe is sure to be hands-on. Well, at least somebody's doing something, damn it. I'm not for this, but dang it. What else do you do? World Watch. Still suffering from 1,000-year rainfall. Record-breaking floodwaters engulf a store in Columbia, South Carolina, on October 3rd. South Carolina is facing failing dams, contaminated water, billions of dollars in damage, rebuilding, and more predicted flooding after more than 20 inches of rain fell on the state in early October, with some areas receiving as much as 40 inches. At one point, half the state was flooded. The Weather Channel reported the official statewide 24-hour rainfall record was exceeded in several locations, and the unofficial state record for 5-day total rainfall, which had stood for 107 years, has been surpassed at more than a dozen reporting sites. October 6th, meteorologists declared the disaster a once-in-a-millennium storm. There have been at least 5 other once-in-a-thousand-year rainfalls in the United States since 2010. Steve Bowen of A.N. Benfield A global reinsurance firm said that any increasing trend in these type of rainfall events is highly concerning. A free booklet, Why Natural Disasters, explains the primary cause of catastrophic weather. Excuse me while I take a drink of coffee. My mouth is dry. My medication makes my mouth dry. Excuse me, if you will. Okay, moving on. Half of marine life has died since 1970. New research. Okay, let's read what this says. Low levels. French fishermen haul in a load of cod in the Barents Sea. Now, new research from the World Wildlife Fund released on September 15th indicated that half of the world's marine life has been killed off since 1970. Some of the greatest declines were fish and types critical to human consumption and came from overfishing. In the space of a single generation, human activity has severely damaged the ocean by catching fish faster than they can reproduce, said Marco Lambertini, General Director of WWF International. Not the wrestlers, guys. Of course, you might know that. Some of y'all rednecks following might not. Pollution, overexploitation, and recreation has led to... Excuse me, I don't assume all rednecks are ignorant. I just assume most of them watch WWF, and they don't pay attention to the Worldwide Wildlife Federation and whatnot. Anyway, pollution, overexploitation, and recreation has led to dramatic declines in mangroves, seagrasses, and coral reefs, which French biologist Gilles Beauf said harbor a third of ocean species. The family of fish that includes tuna and mackerel has declined 74% since 1970. A quarter of shark and ray species face extinction. 4 shark species in the Mediterranean have not been spotted in 30 years. Scientist Philip Curry said that 50% is a critical threshold for loss of marine life. When you go below 50%, he said, ecosystems begin to malfunction. Okay, this is Bible prophecies. Okay, maybe not exactly in the ways that they've always been trying to say they're going to happen, but nonetheless. Okay. Sierra Nevada snowpack at 500-year low. What happened to global warming, everyone? Now, oh no, it's, what do they call it now? Climate, blah, 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 and then it's something else. Pole shift, guys. That's what it is. The dry Sierra Nevada mountains, okay? See here. They call it, what do they call it? Climate shift or whatever, right? Climate, they changed the name. You know, because it's bullshit. Sierra Nevada snowpack at 500-year low. Okay. The Sierra Nevada snowpack, which accounts for more than 1/3 of California's water supply, has receded to its lowest level since the Middle Ages, according to a new study released on September 14th. Measured on April 1st, when it generally reaches its greatest depth, the snowpack was only 5% of the 1950 to 2000 average, making it the smallest in 500 years. The measurement was confirmed 10 times in a study of the growth patterns of 1,500 ancient blue oak trees in the Central Valley. Snow levels indicate how much water will be available later on in the season. Snowmelt gradually feeds rivers and streams, supporting fish and other wildlife, replenishing soil moisture, and filling reservoirs. California has been suffering a severe drought for 4 years, leaving more than 120 of the state's reservoirs less than a fifth full. The lack of moisture has allowed rampant wildfires to destroy more than 100,000 acres, hundreds of homes, and numerous businesses. With a diminished snowpack, the region's strained agricultural sector, drinking water, and hydroelectric power are now under even more stress. The study's lead author, Valerie Trout, said, "We should be prepared for this type of snow drought to occur much more frequently because of rising temperatures." Okay, so they call this climate change. Whatever. Okay? Okay, we read most of these. Let's see Society Watch. Let's do a quick Society Watch, can we? Can we do one? What do gamblers and compulsive texters have in common? Okay. Compulsive texters exhibit behavior similar to gamblers, a study published on October 5th says. The authors who surveyed over 400 8th and 11th graders in Midwestern town found that many teenage texters lose sleep, have problems cutting back, and lie to cover up their habits, much like gamblers. The research showed that compulsive texting involves more than just the frequency of texting. It has more to do with the individual's inability to pull away from their phone, while gamblers lose thousands of dollars due to their addiction. Compulsive female students, texters, lose academic performance and friendships, the study showed. The researchers cautioned that this part of the study was based on self-reporting, but it said it confirmed other studies that show the correlation between lower grades in texting while doing homework. Wow. Should we push it? We're going to push it. 1 in 6 adolescents admits to stealing within the past year. A study has been found that 1 in 6 Americans has stolen something within the past year. The study, published in Journal of Economic Behavior and Organization in November, has based on self-reported theft by 12 to 16-year-olds from 1997 to 2011. The study found that thieves had lower earnings later in life after most had already stopped stealing. According to another study published in the American Journal of Psychiatry, a history of shoplifting increased association with all antisocial behaviors measured, the strongest of which were increased antisocial personality disorders, substance abuse, pathological gambling, and bipolar disorders. Further studies have linked stealing among adolescents to poor grades, alcohol and drug abuse, sadness, and hopelessness. The National Association of Shoplifting Prevention estimates around $13 billion worth of goods are stolen in the United States each year. You heard that? The National Association of Shoplifting Prevention estimates around $13 billion worth of goods are stolen in the United States each year. Either, that could be going to something else. That's messing everything up. And the sad thing is, some of these people might be stealing because there's no jobs. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to stop there because I'm running to the 15 and I ain't going to have no advertisements right yet. Okay?